Elora, congratulations on your wedding. I can't believe my little girl is finally old enough to get married. Wait, no way. Mom? It's been 10 years, right? I know it's probably a shock to suddenly hear from me after all this time, but I just had to call. As your mother, I couldn't let this moment pass without congratulating you. I'd heard the rumors. Apparently, you're marrying a company executive. You really landed yourself a jackpot, huh? That's my clever, beautiful daughter. Thanks for the congratulations. But you know what, Mom? More than your good wishes, there's actually something else I'd rather hear from you. An apology. You shouldn't be so carefree celebrating my wedding. You should be apologizing for what you did that day. What? You remember, don't you? Dad got sick. He collapsed, and he ended up in the hospital. The days dragged on, and his condition only worsened. Eventually, he was bedridden. He could barely move, barely speak. And yet, you left him. You abandoned him. You abandoned me. Your husband was lying there, helpless. And I was still a child, just a little girl. But you turned your back on us. You said, I can't take this life anymore. And you ran off with your lover. That's... And let's not forget, you barely even visited Dad at the hospital. You didn't care for him. You didn't help him. You barely even showed your face. All of the caregiving, the hospital visits, you dumped it all on me, a grade schooler. I was just a kid, and I was the one left to take care of Dad. And then one day, you simply left a divorce notice behind and disappeared with that man. You were a coward. You're the lowest of the low. And now you show up acting like a proud mother, pretending you have the right to celebrate my wedding? No. If you have even a shred of decency left, you should be apologizing, not offering empty congratulations. You're right. I need to say it. Elora, I'm so sorry for everything. For abandoning you and your father. For leaving you behind. I should have stayed. I should have been stronger. But when your father, my husband, collapsed, my whole world crumbled. I was overwhelmed with fear. I didn't know how to cope. I was weak. I thought only of myself. I ran away from reality, clinging to someone else for comfort. I was a cowardly, selfish mother, and I'm so sorry for what I did to you. I didn't expect you to actually apologize. Honestly, I thought you'd just brush it off, make excuses, or deflect. But you're actually admitting it. I'm kind of surprised. I've had a lot of time to reflect. I know it doesn't change the past, but I've regretted that day ever since. I've wanted to apologize to you for so long. But I was afraid. I was ashamed. And as the years passed, the gap between us only widened. I convinced myself that you wouldn't want to hear from me. That you wouldn't want anything to do with me, but I never forgot about you. Not once. I've carried the weight of my guilt every single day. Mom. That's why, finally being able to say this, to look you in the eye and tell you how sorry I am, it makes me feel so much lighter. I can finally breathe again. I apologized properly and you listened, and now we can put the past behind us. You forgive me, right? We're good now. We can move on, right? Wait, what? What did you just say? So, since we've made up, let's just leave the past in the past, okay? It's all water under the bridge now. What really matters is the future. Speaking of which, when do I get to meet your husband? I want you to introduce me. Oh, by the way, I did a little digging online. Looks like he's doing pretty well for himself. He must be making a lot of money, right? And you two must be living in a fancy house. So, how about you tell me the address? I'll come visit sometime. I'd love to see the place and have a little tour. Wait, what? Hold on a minute. You're being way too pushy. I can't just give you my address like that. We literally just started talking again. Oh, come on. Don't be so uptight. I'm just excited, that's all. It's been so long since I've talked to my precious daughter. I guess I just got a little carried away. But anyway, now that we've made up, I'll be in touch more often, okay? We're mother and daughter, after all. We should make up for lost time. I'll call you soon. Bye-bye, Elora. Hey, Dad. You won't believe this. Mom just texted me, out of the blue, for the first time in 10 years.
What? You're saying she finally contacted you too?
Huh? Wait, two? What do you mean? Did she text you as well?
No, not me, at least not yet, but I've been hearing from the relatives. Apparently she's been reaching out to a lot of them, and from what I've heard, most of those calls have been about money. She's been asking them for loans.
Wait, loans?
Yeah, I take it she didn't mention anything like that to you? According to the family, it sounds like she's finally separated from that man she ran off with. And from what they've said, she's barely working, if at all. Her finances are a mess. She's practically begging anyone she can think of for help. Money for living expenses, debts piling up. She's desperate.
No way. She didn't say anything like that to me. Not a word. She made it sound like she called just to wish me well. Apparently, she heard about my wedding somewhere. She said she wanted to congratulate me. As a mother, she had to call her daughter on such an important day. At least, that's what she claimed.
Wait, she knows about your wedding?
Yeah, and not just that. She somehow found out that my husband is a company executive. She even mentioned it specifically. She was practically drooling over the fact that I married someone successful. She said something like, "Oh, you must be living in a really nice house, right? I'd love to come visit sometime." She was being so pushy, it honestly made me nervous. I couldn't tell if she was being sincere or if there was something else behind it. But now, after hearing what you said, it makes sense. She probably only reached out to me because she thought I was loaded. She must have assumed I was living the high life, and that's why she came on so strong.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that's the reason. I'd bet anything that before long she's gonna ask you for money. She probably wanted to start by buttering you up first, making you feel all warm and fuzzy by playing the proud mom card, but eventually she'll start asking for favors. She'll say something like, "You're doing so well, can't you just help out your poor mother a little?" Mark my words.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. But still, isn't it strange that she hasn't called you? I mean, if she's going around contacting relatives left and right, wouldn't you be the first one she'd try to squeeze money out of? Why hasn't she reached out to you yet? It doesn't make sense.
It's pretty obvious, really. Either she thinks I'm already dead or she assumes I'm still bedridden and helpless. I'll bet anything she believes I'm still just rotting away in a hospital somewhere. I heard from the family that she was actually asking around about my insurance payout. She was nosing around trying to find out if there was any leftover life insurance money. That tells me she still sees me as a worthless burden. She probably figures there's no point in asking me for anything since I'm supposedly useless to her now.
Wow, so that's how she thinks of you. After everything you went through. After everything she put you through.
Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. It's actually a relief she hasn't called. I have no interest in hearing from her ever again. If she's still the same woman who abandoned us all those years ago, then I have nothing to say to her.
I get that. Honestly, Dad, I don't want you getting mixed up with her. I mean, I know she's still technically my mother, but I don't want you having to deal with her nonsense ever again. You've been through enough.
Elora, I know you're worried about me, and I appreciate that, but listen, she may be your mother, and no matter how awful she was, that bond will always be there. If you ever decide that you want to talk to her, meet her, or even try to patch things up, that's your choice. I won't stop you. You're free to decide for yourself. I just want you to know that.
Thanks, Dad. But honestly, I don't think you need to worry about that. I'm not interested in reconnecting with her. Sure, she apologized to me. She even seemed sincere about it. But that doesn't change what she did. Her apology doesn't magically erase the years of pain and abandonment. Some things just can't be forgiven that easily. Not after everything she put us through.
I see. I understand. And you're right. You have every reason to feel that way. But if she keeps hounding you or things get out of hand, let me know. I won't let her drag you into her mess. I'll step in and take care of it. You've got nothing to worry about, okay?
Thanks, Dad. That means a lot. And hey, you be careful too, all right? She may not have called you yet, but you never know. Just be on guard. Elara, I'm here to help you. You don't have to struggle with your father's care all on your own anymore. What? Wait, Mom? Is that you? That's right. Surprised, huh? I heard the news from one of our relatives. It seems your father is still alive and kicking. Honestly, I was sure he must have been long gone by now. I mean, his condition was getting worse and worse, and he was bedridden last I heard. I just assumed he had finally kicked the bucket. Don't you dare go around acting like my father is dead. He's still here, still fighting. Oh, I know. I should have realized it sooner. It's all thanks to you, isn't it? You've been busting your butt taking care of him, huh? But hey, you did just get married recently, didn't you? Being newlyweds is supposed to be the happiest time of your life, and yet here you are wasting it caring for a bedridden old man. That's just tragic. So, I've made up my mind. I'm going to help you out. Help me? Wait, what exactly do you mean by that? It's simple. I'll take over. I'll be the one to care for your father. That way, you and your darling husband can focus on your new life together without any worries. No more stress, no more burden, just carefree wedded bliss. And as for your poor helpless father, you can leave him to me. I'll handle everything. You won't have to lift a finger. Wait, you're going to do the caregiving? You, the woman who abandoned him when he needed you most? You seriously expect me to believe you're suddenly willing to take on the responsibility of looking after him? Oh-ho! Don't you worry your pretty little head about that. This time, I promise, I won't run away. No sudden disappearing acts. I'm completely serious about this. You can count on me. Trust me. Oh, but you know, there is just one tiny thing I'll ask for in return. Since I'm offering to do such a huge favor for you, it's only fair, right? Nothing big, just a little reward. How about a modest salary for my caregiving services? What? Salary? Are you seriously asking me to pay you to care for the man you once abandoned? Oh, come on now. Let's be reasonable. You know perfectly well that your father and I are divorced. Technically, we're no longer family. I mean, sure. It would be nice if I could do it out of the goodness of my heart, but since we're just strangers now, I can't be expected to do it for free, right? You understand, don't you? Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Let's say I did agree to this ridiculous idea. How much are you even asking for? What's your price? Oh-ho! I knew you'd be practical about it. I knew you were still my smart little girl. But you know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll make this super easy for you. I don't want cash. Nope. Instead, I'll take stock. Your husband's company stock. Just a little bit, that's all. Wait, stock? You want shares in my husband's company? You're telling me you don't want cash. You want equity? Exactly! You see, stocks are just so much smarter. If I own some shares, I'll get dividends every year, right? That means I'll have a steady stream of passive income. It's way more lucrative than getting a one-time payment, wouldn't you agree? You know, there are people who literally live off dividends alone. No need for a job, just free money rolling in every year. And your husband's company is doing so well, isn't it? I did a little research. The stock price keeps climbing. It's only going to get more and more valuable. So, if I get some shares now, they'll be worth dozens of times more in the future. It's a win-win, isn't it genius? Huh, I see. Well, you've clearly put a lot of thought into this. But just to be clear, if you want me to hand over something as valuable as my husband's stock, you'll have to provide some serious caregiving in exchange. I mean, real caregiving. You're going to take full responsibility for my father, right? Morning till night, around the clock. You'll handle everything, won't you? Huh? What do you mean by everything? Oh, come on. You know exactly what I mean. You'll be doing it all. Toileting, bathing, feeding, dressing, repositioning him so he doesn't get bed sores. You'll handle every bit of it, right? I mean, if you're asking for stock worth that much, you wouldn't be cutting corners, would you? Wait, hold on. You want me to do all of that? What? You didn't expect that? Surely you know what caring for a bedridden person actually entails. You weren't just tossing around the word caregiving without knowing what it really means, right? You're not saying you offered to take over just to get your hands on some quick money, are you? No way. You wouldn't stoop that low, right? Of course not. I know exactly what I'm getting into. I'm totally prepared. I can handle it. And if it means I get those stocks, then I'll do whatever it takes. You just leave your father's care to me. In exchange, you hand over a hefty chunk of your CEO husband's stock. My father and mother are doing just fine, actually. What? I'm sorry. I appreciate your determination and all, but my father has fully recovered. His illness is gone, and he's walking on his own 2 feet again. And you know what? He's not alone anymore. He has a wife by his side, someone he can rely on. So, you see, there's nothing he needs from you. He's doing just fine without you. Wait, hold on. What did you just say? Your father recovered? And a wife? Wait, are you telling me he remarried? Yeah, he did. You know, his condition kept deteriorating back then. He was getting weaker so quickly. It was terrifying. He ended up bedridden in no time. And while he was fighting for his life, you ran off with your lover. Do you have any idea what that was like for me? I was still in elementary school, left all alone. But thankfully, there were so many kind people, hospital staff, social workers, who stepped in to help us. Because of them, my father was able to keep receiving treatment. And then he got better, slowly but surely. And during that time, he fell in love with one of the nurses who had been caring for him. They supported each other through everything. And now they're married. What? It's true. Even the doctors called his recovery a miracle. They couldn't believe he pulled through. Everyone says it's the miracle of their love. How poetic, right? People actually tease them about it. They call them the miracle couple. This can't be happening. He was so sick I thought he'd never recover. And now he's walking again? Not only that, he even has another woman by his side. It's all right, Mom. Our family isn't struggling anymore. We don't need you, and we don't need your pity. But you know, there are a lot of people out there who do need help. So, if you're really in such a tough spot financially, why don't you go work at a care facility? I hear they're always hiring. What? I know all about your situation. I heard you and your affair partner split up. You've been desperate ever since, haven't you? Begging people for money, moving from place to place, trying to find a handout. Pathetic. Wait, how did you? I know more than you think. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's a nursing home in this area that's hiring. With your background, I bet they'd hire you right away. So go on, go get yourself a job. Good luck. Wait, Elora! Don't just walk away. Please don't end it like this. I can't handle saying goodbye like this. What? I had no idea your father remarried. I mean, it's wonderful that he recovered, of course it is. But another woman by his side? I can't accept that. Our family doesn't need some outsider. We can still be a family again, just the 3 of us. Let's get rid of that woman and go back to how things used to be. We can be a family again. Don't you want that too, Elora? Huh? You don't understand. Your father only fell for that nurse because she helped him during his recovery. It's just gratitude, not love. I know that if he saw me again, he'd want to be with me. I'm sure of it. You think so too, right? So let's work together. Let's drive that woman out. You and me, we're his real family, not her. No. To me, my family is my father and his wife, Amy. That's it. What?
And to me, my family is Elora and Amy. That's all. Beth, you're not my family anymore. You're nothing but a stranger to me.
Wait. No. Wait, David?
It's been a long time, Beth. You look surprisingly healthy.
David! I can't believe it. You're walking again. You look so well. Oh, God. David! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for leaving you, or abandoning you when you were sick. I was awful. But please believe me. I never stopped loving you. I only left because because I loved you too much to watch you suffer. I was scared. I couldn't bear it. You understand, don't you? You have to understand.
What?
I ran away because I loved you. I couldn't stand watching you get weaker. And you wouldn't have wanted me to see you like that, right? You didn't want your wife to see you suffering, did you? I was thinking of you, David. I only left because I cared. You know that, right?
You really have some nerve. Spouting that nonsense with a straight face. You abandoned me. You abandoned Alora. Don't you dare try to justify it. I know what you were doing while I was rotting away in that hospital bed. You were off with your lover, living it up. You were laughing behind my back, calling me a useless man. You said I was a pathetic breadwinner who couldn't even provide. You even joked with him about how you wished you'd taken out a bigger life insurance policy on me. Don't deny it. I heard it all.
No, that's not.
I only have two people in my life who matter now. Elora and my wife, Amy. You? You're nothing. You're an outsider. Get it through your head. You're not part of this family anymore.
No.
You know what Amy said to me when I was still bedridden and hopeless, when the doctors said my chances of recovering were slim? She looked me in the eye and said, I'm staying, no matter what. I'll be by your side forever. Even after I was discharged, when my muscles were too weak to stand on my own, when I needed months of grueling rehab just to walk again, she stayed. She didn't leave. She took care of me. And she loved Elora as if she were her own daughter.
I was thinking of you too, David. I was...
Don't lie to me. If you truly cared, you wouldn't have left your daughter. I could understand you giving up on me, but you abandoned Elora. You left your own child behind. A child barely old enough to understand what was happening. You left her to deal with everything alone. And you know what? She never once cried in front of me. Not once. Every single day she came to visit me at the hospital. And when I remarried, she was the first one to give me her blessing. She welcomed Amy with open arms. That's the kind of daughter you left behind. And now you have the audacity to show your face here?
David.
Listen to me, Beth. Never come near us again. I've built my life. I've recovered. I've returned to work. And Elora is married now. We're happy. Happier than we've ever been. If you try to destroy the happiness we've finally found, I will never forgive you. Do you understand?
Elora, please, I'm begging you. I'll get down on my knees if I have to. No, I'll grovel in the dirt. Just lend me some money, please.
You do remember what my father said to you, right? He told you never to come near us again. And yet, here you are, actually daring to contact me. You've got some nerve.
I know. I know what he said. But this time, I swear this will be the last time. I promise. Please, Elora. Just this once. Just this one time. I'm begging you. Help me. Please save me.
If you're that desperate for money, why not just go to a loan shark or a consumer finance company? You're already groveling, right? I'm sure if you beg them with the same pathetic desperation, they'll be happy to lend you some cash.
I can't. No one will lend to me anymore. I've already defaulted on every loan I took out. I'm blacklisted now.
What? Are you serious?
You knew I was struggling to make ends meet, didn't you? Even if we're apart, that doesn't change the fact that I'm still your mother. I'm the one who gave birth to you. When a mother is in trouble, it's only natural for her daughter to help her out. That's your duty as my child.
Huh?
Don't you dare look at me like that. You should be grateful to me. Do you have any idea why you were able to marry that rich, successful husband of yours? It's all thanks to me. You were born with this face because I made you beautiful. You're living your cushy, luxurious life because I gave birth to you. So what's a little gratitude? You should be throwing some of that money my way as thanks.
You think I'm married because of you? You've got it all wrong. I have the life I do thanks to Amy, not you. You had nothing to do with it. You're just the woman who happened to give birth to me, nothing more. So don't act so self-important.
What?
You heard me. I was abandoned by you when I was still a child. My father was bedridden, stuck in a hospital room, slowly wasting away. And I was left to fend for myself. You ran off with your lover, leaving me behind without a second thought. But you know who was there for me? Amy.
Amy?
When I was a kid, she was the one who sat beside me in that sterile hospital room, helping me with my homework. She made time for me on weekends, coming over to our house to cook for me. She taught me how to take care of myself. She showed me how to be strong, how to be kind, and how to survive. She gave me guidance, wisdom, and warmth. Everything I am today, I owe it all to Amy, not you.
No, that can't be.
When I started dating my husband, Amy was the one I confided in. She was the one who listened to my worries. She gave me advice. She encouraged me. She supported me like a real mother. That's what she is to me, my mother. I can't even imagine anyone else in that role. Not you. Never you.
How? How can you say something so cruel? I'm the one who gave birth to you. Without me, you wouldn't even be alive. And now you have the audacity to abandon your own mother? What kind of monster have you become? You're the worst daughter a mother could have.
Huh. A daughter born from the worst mother in the world. I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? Like mother, like daughter.
You wretched brat.
You left me. I left you. Seems like we're even, don't you think?
Wait, please, Elora. I'll apologize. I'll get down on my knees and beg for forgiveness. I'll do anything. I regret everything. I swear I do. So please don't abandon me. Not you too. Don't leave me all alone.
After that, I immediately blocked all of my mother's contact information. Not long after, she stormed over to my father's house, demanding that he leave his current wife and get back together with her. She reportedly caused a huge scene right in front of his home, shouting and behaving violently. However, the police were quickly called, and she was promptly taken away. It turned out that she had been dodging debt collectors and fleeing from people she had borrowed money from. When she was arrested, she was handed over to those very creditors. Rumor has it that she is now working both day and night to repay her debts, during the day at an acquaintance's factory and at night at a seedy bar. Thanks to her situation, she no longer tries to contact or harass me or my father. We've been enjoying peaceful, quiet days ever since. Hey Nora, man, it feels like it's been forever since we last talked. So, how have you been? Pretty well. Thanks for asking. Now let's get down to business. If you're texting me like this, then it's safe to assume that you're going to pay me back now, right? Pay you back? For what? 5 years ago, you stole $5,000 from my savings account, and immediately after that, you vanished without a trace, and no one in our family has heard from you until now. Oh, and I also expect that you'll be paying me 5 years worth of interest. Oh, Nora, you're such a joker. You know fully well that there's no way I'm gonna pay you back. I blew that $5,000 at the club within a month. And I'm kinda broke right now, by which I mean my savings account balance is a big fat 0.
Zero savings? You mean you wiped out all of your savings at clubs and bars?
Hey, to my credit, I have stopped drinking as much now.
Oh, well, I guess that's a relief.
Yeah, I had no choice. All the clubs in town banned me. The night that I took that money from you, I went straight to the club and ordered a $50 bottle of wine and drank the whole thing by myself. It was super good, so I bought another 4 bottles to share with my friends. And then I saw the receipt, and that said it was actually a $5,000 bottle of wine. I thought there was a period between the zeros. So I dropped all the money I had, but that wasn't enough to cover the whole bill. And then that club called all the other bars and clubs in town to tell them about me, and I haven't been allowed in any of them ever since.
Then what in the world have you been doing for the last 5 years? I figured you were either in jail or in the hospital treating your alcoholism, or working some less than reputable jobs in order to support your drinking habit.
Oh, wow, Nora, it's like you don't even know your own little sister at all. What I've actually been up to for the last 5 years is getting married and having kids.
You what?
After I got banned from all the clubs, I met the man of my dreams. I've been living in an apartment with him ever since. And not only that, I just found out a while ago that I'm pregnant with his child.
Wow, that's quite a life story you have, Lisa.
But the thing is, we're in a bit of a pinch right now. The baby's gonna be born soon, and we were thinking of finally getting legally married. But there's a problem. My boyfriend got fired from his part-time job at the convenience store he worked at.
That's not optimal.
So yeah, we have like zero money. Actually, not like zero money. We literally have $0 and 0 cents to our names. We are not going to be able to pay our rent this month. Not just that, we're not going to be able to pay for the birth or baby clothes or any of that stuff. I was planning on getting mom and dad to let us move in with them, so I wanted you to help me out with that.
Okay, slow down for a second. This is a lot of information to take in.
You can sort out all the details later. What I need right now is for you to help me. I've been trying to get a hold of mom and dad, but neither of them are answering any of my calls or texts. I'm pretty sure they're still mad at me about, well, you know. So I feel like if I just showed up on their doorstep, they'd just slam the door in my face. That's where you come in, Nora. I need you to convince mom and dad to let me and my fiancé move in with them.
And you think I'm just gonna do what you say? I have to forget about the fact that you stole $5,000 from me and will likely never pay it back?
I'll do better than pay you back. I'll give you the cutest little niece you could imagine. That's worth more than $5,000, isn't it? Okay, since we're clear on that, you get to work on convincing mom and dad to let us in. Got it? Great! Thanks in advance, Nora.
Yo, this is Lisa's sister's number, right? So what's going on over there, huh? What gives? When are you gonna talk about your parents for us?
Excuse me?
We're getting down to the wire here. Our creep landlord says we only got to the end of the month to clear out of the apartment. So hurry up, will you? We need a place to live.
I don't even know who you are. Don't you think you should at least give me your name before shouting demands at me?
I thought it'd be obvious who I was, but whatever. I'm Sawyer, Lisa's fiancé. That makes me the guy who's gonna become your little brother-in-law.
Oh, so you're the fiancé Lisa was telling me about.
I heard from Lisa that she stole something like $5,000 from you 5 years ago. That sucks. I know I'd be pretty ticked off if someone did that to me. But really, it's been 5 years. Get over it already and forgive your sister. She's pregnant, you know, like really pregnant. She looks like she could pop any day now. So we don't have any time for your petty childish feuds, all right? It's time to act like an adult and move on.
I know you guys are in a pretty sticky situation, but the facts are what they are. Lisa's a thief. I'm not too keen on letting a petty thief like her live with my parents.
Oh my God, lady. Is it that time of the month for you or something? What are you being so cranky about? Like calling your sister a petty thief? What's the matter with you? She's your family. Families forgive each other, and they're always there for each other when they need a hand.
I'm sorry, Sawyer. I don't have anything against you, but I don't consider Lisa my family anymore. She stole a lot more than just that $5,000 from me. It seems like every day one of my personal things would go missing, and it inevitably turned out that Lisa had sold it to get money to take to the club. She's caused a whole world of trouble for me, my parents, and just about everyone else around her.
I know she used to be something of a wild child, but I'm telling you, she's changed. She's not the person that she used to be anymore. And you, her big sister, should be the first person to support her in her quest to get her life on the right track. What kind of soulless creep are you to just turn her away like this?
Okay, you definitely do not know me well enough to call me a soulless creep. Have you forgotten this is our first conversation? In any case, just because she's family doesn't mean I have to let her get away with everything.
What everything are we talking about? She took some money and sold some stuff, that's all. Are you gonna sit there and tell me that a measly $5,000 is worth more to you than your own sister? You're just a soulless creep. You're a money-grubbing cheapskate.
I have never been spoken to this way in my life.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just calling it like I see it. Lisa told me all about your big fancy job. You work some super mega corporation, don't you? You're making a pretty damn good salary, so you gotta have a ton of money saved up. But instead of helping out your own flesh and blood, you're gonna hog it all for yourself? You and my landlord are exactly the same. It's always money, money, money to you.
I can't fault your landlord for not wanting to provide you with free housing. That's kind of how they make their living. And my job has absolutely nothing to do with my relationship with my sister.
Are you nuts? It has everything to do with this. We're both unemployed, Nora. We're dead broke. You, however, have enough money to buy us a freaking house and still have enough left over to retire on. But you're still not gonna give us anything. At this rate, Lisa and I will never be able to get married.
If you're unemployed and hard up for money, I have a much better solution than begging me for a handout. You could, get a job. You're going to be a husband and father, aren't you? You need to step up to that responsibility.
What do you think I'm doing right now? I am stepping up by asking you for money. I could get way more money out of you than working some stupid dead-end job. I guess I was wrong to think you were a generous and caring person. Isn't that crazy? You've got such an awful personality. I don't even need to meet you in person to know you're a total jerk.
Wow, that makes two of us. I've never even met you in person, but I already can tell that I never want to.
Whatever, screw you. I don't need to waste any more of my valuable time talking to a cheapskate like you. I guess if you're not gonna help us, the only thing for me to do is to go talk directly to your parents myself.
I bet you thought you could keep us out of this house, but we were one step ahead of you. Starting today, we are officially moving in with Mom and Dad.
What are you talking about?
We had to use somewhat drastic measures, but just finished moving all of our stuff into Mom and Dad's house. We made sure to do it while you were busy at work. Mom and Dad are gone too. We didn't plan on that, but it made things a lot easier for us. Now all we have to do is wait for them to get home and let them know the good news.
I don't believe this. You mean to tell me you actually broke into Mom and Dad's house?
I did not break in. The bathroom window was unlocked, so we were able to get inside without breaking anything.
No way.
But wow, it's crazy that the house has changed this much in just 5 short years. They really fixed the place up. It's like a whole new house. I am so excited to start my new life in my new house. My baby's been kicking like crazy ever since we got here. I think she likes the house too.
Lisa, I'm only going to tell you this once. Get out of that house immediately. What you're doing is trespassing.
Say what? Trespassing? Stop being so dramatic. I grew up in this house. I was born here. As long as this house belongs to Mom and Dad, that makes it my house too. By the way, do you know where Mom and Dad went today? They've been gone for a while now. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they come back home and see me for the first time in 5 years. It's gonna be like a surprise party. They might be a bit surprised at first, but once they learn that I'm pregnant with their granddaughter, I think they'll come around pretty quickly.
All right, then I'll just have to take matters into my own hands. I just so happen to be in the area visiting a client's office. I'm coming home right now, and I'm gonna throw you both out of there personally.
I'd like to see you try. There's 2 of us and only 1 of you. We're gonna throw you out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and do some alterations.
Alterations? What's that supposed to mean?
It looks like they got rid of my room and added the space to the living room when they remodeled the house. So, I'm gonna take your old room. But the decor in here is so boring. Like, there's absolutely nothing in here. It's like no one's lived here for 5 years. So we've got a lot of work to do to make it more livable. And we're gonna start by throwing all of your crap out onto the curb.
Don't you dare!
Too late. We already cleared half of it out. You'd better hurry over here and pick it up before the garbage truck comes.
This is unbelievable. You broke into that house, went through the rooms, and threw all that stuff outside?
I told you, we were one step ahead of you the whole time. I don't know why you're so shocked, though. You should be used to me taking your stuff by now. First, I took your stuff, then I took your money, and now I'm taking your room.
Lisa, we moved 3 years ago.
What?
You have no idea how much trouble this is going to cause for me. God, I think I'm getting a headache already.
Hold up, you're saying that you moved out of this house 3 years ago? So all the stuff that we threw out, that's not yours? Oh, I get it. You mean that you moved out, and so now Mom and Dad are living on their own. Jeez, why didn't you tell me that sooner?
No, that's not what I meant. Read my text again. I said that we moved out 3 years ago. Me, Mom, and Dad. All of us. None of us are living there anymore.
Huh?
When we moved out of there 3 years ago, we sold it to a real estate company that was buying a bunch of houses in the area. If you're saying they've renovated, I assume that must mean someone else has bought it.
Wait, but if that's true, then this house belongs to some random person that we don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And you idiots broke in through the bathroom window. You even hauled their stuff outside. I lost count of how many crimes you've committed 5 minutes ago.
Crime? Oh my god, are we gonna get in trouble?
I told you to get out immediately, but did you listen to me? Nope.
Well, if you're not living here, then where are you living now? Did you all move into another house together? Is your new house in the same neighborhood? At least tell me it's in the same city.
We are still living together, yeah, but we're not in the same neighborhood or the same city. We're not even in the same state anymore. We're in Hawaii.
What? You're living in Hawaii?
Yep, I got transferred here for my work, and the two of them decided to tag along with me. The timing worked out fantastically, actually. I got asked by my company about the potential transfer right when Mom and Dad were retiring.
Oh no. What am I gonna do? You, Mom, and Dad are all halfway around the world from here. Okay, calm down. Think. The first thing I need to do is get the hell out of this house. We'll have to put all the stuff back right like we found it and not leave any evidence behind that we were here.
Allow me to save you the trouble. You're too late. I already called the cops.
You what?
Man, am I glad that I happened to be back in town on business when you pulled this stunt. The cops will be there any second, so get your lawyer on the line if you have one.
Why would you do that? Why would you call the cops on us? Don't you realize what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna get arrested. Is that what you want to happen?
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
My life is over. I'm never gonna be able to show my face around here again.
Small world, huh? What are the chances that our family's old house would get bought by one of your high school classmates?
You have no idea how it feels to have one of your former best friends looking at you with pure contempt. God, why couldn't it have been a total stranger? Now all my old friends are gonna know.
It could have been worse. Much worse. I mean, they agreed not to press charges, didn't they? Anyway, you should pay them the $20,000 you promised in exchange as soon as possible.
I don't have that kind of money, and it gets worse. Another of my old friends is now a debt collector, and he's been constantly calling me to demand payment. My life is so freaking over. I thought I was gonna be able to relax in my hometown once again.
Hold on, you're getting calls from a debt collector? What's that about? Did you steal money from someone other than me?
No, I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. I was gonna pay it back eventually.
And did you?
Not even a cent.
Come on, Lisa.
It was back in my club hopping days. I borrowed a ton of money back then. I never borrowed more than a couple $100s from any given person, but I borrowed from a lot of people. I think I'm in the hole about $30,000 in total.
And the money you owe for the break-in, and that puts you at $50,000 in the hole. Oh, and adding the $5,000 you stole from me makes it $55,000.
Yeah, so about that. Could you lend me $50,000?
Excuse me?
I'll pay you back for it, I swear. Cross my heart and hope to die. Oh, and I'll need you to tell Mom and Dad about the trouble I'm in, too. Tell them that I'll let them see their adorable little granddaughter if they buy me a ticket to Hawaii.
Speaking of Mom and Dad, I have a message from them. Congratulations on your engagement and pregnancy. We're not interested in meeting you, your husband, or your baby, though. Goodbye.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'll have you know, Mom and Dad were planning on moving back there after a few years over here. But thanks to your antics, they'll be too embarrassed to speak to any of their old friends again. They've had it with you and want nothing to do with you anymore.
But what about my baby? Don't they want to meet their granddaughter? If you cut me off now, you'll never see her.
We know. Good luck, Nora. I wish you, Sawyer, and your daughter all the best.
What's your problem? Why won't you give us a hand? It's your fault we broke into that house, you know? If you had told Lisa you moved, none of that would have happened. And now for the cherry on top, you're totally abandoning us. We don't deserve this. We didn't do anything wrong. We're even bigger victims than the people whose house we broke into.
I strongly suggest you wake up and face reality, Sawyer. Nothing good will come of you blaming all your problems on other people. It's certainly not going to reduce the amount of money you have to pay Lisa's creditors.
But she owes like 50 grand. That's insane. I've only ever worked for minimum wage. I don't have any savings. There's no one I can turn to for help either.
Yeah, I understand your parents cut you off years ago too, so you literally have no one to turn to.
What the? How did you know about me and my parents?
When my parents heard Lisa was getting married, they got curious. What kind of man would want to marry Lisa? So they started asking around to all Lisa's old friends, and after a while, they managed to scrounge together your life story. That's how they found out your parents kicked you out of the house because you lived with them for over 10 years after college without working a single day.
Okay, well, maybe I have a bit of a checkered past. But Lisa was there for me when I was at my lowest. She gave me the motivation I needed to get moving in life. I even got a part-time job and rented an apartment for us to live in.
Aren't you missing one important detail? You paid for that apartment with the money you were stealing from your parents. You stole their ATM card on your way out the door, didn't you?
What?
I talked to your parents myself the other day. I told them the trouble you were in, and they told me all sorts of interesting stories about you.
No way! You talked to my parents?
Looks like you and Lisa have some common values. Neither of you have any qualms about stealing from your family.
Hey, did my parents say anything else to you? Like, that they'd forgive me for taking their money. Or that I could take Lisa and our daughter and move in with them.
I do have a message from them. Well, it's more of an offer that you can't refuse. They found a job for you.
They did?
Yeah, it seems they have an acquaintance who runs a factory outside of town. It has employee housing, so the two of you are going to live there and work off your debts. Oh, and you won't have to worry about your finances anymore. Your parents will be managing all of that for you. They'll be the ones receiving your paychecks every week.
They're gonna take my money?
Until you pay back what you stole from them, it's really all their money. And they're having Lisa's paychecks wired to me. Once I've recouped my $5,000, I'll start paying back Lisa's other creditors.
Come on, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, don't be so glum. You and Lisa will be together, and you'll have a place to live.
How can I not be gloom? They're practically sending us to friggin' prison. I know the factory they're talking about, and I know the guy who runs it. He and my dad used to hang out a lot. Every time he used to come by my house, he'd lecture me about how I should get a job and move out.
Yeah, and he kind of had a point, didn't he? If you had taken his advice, you probably wouldn't be in this situation right now.
And I'm not even gonna be able to spend my own money. I've got a kid on the way. How could they do this to us?
If you ask me, you're in the wrong for putting your child in a position to be born to a couple of debt-laden losers. Again, you should be grateful. You'll be given a place to live and a chance to work off your debts.
But I don't wanna.
It's either that, or you can sell both of your kidneys in order to pay it all off at once. What's it gonna be?
Can I just sell one?
When are you gonna stop acting like a spoiled kid? You're almost 30. Seriously, you and Lisa are both a couple of complete losers. Did you think you'd be able to keep taking advantage of people and it would never come back around to bite you in the end? I'm done listening to your constant whining. If you got time to complain, then you've got time to work. So get to work!
But I don't want to work at a factory. Can't you hire me to work for you at your own company?
Are you out of your freaking mind? What value could you possibly have to my company? I wouldn't even pay you minimum wage to clean the bathrooms. So for God's sake, be a man already! You've got a daughter to take care of. Do you want her to grow up thinking her dad is a complete failure at life?
No.
Then there's only one thing for you to do. Shut up and get to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Soon after that conversation, Sawyer's parents came to pick them up and drove them off to the factory to start working off their debts. I felt sorry for them having to take care of my sister in addition to their own son, so I send them some nice Hawaiian souvenirs from time to say thanks. They always send me a thank you note and give me an update on how those two knuckleheads are doing. Apparently, they're doing a pretty decent job at the factory. They're obeying orders, showing up on time, and not complaining. So, little by little, they're actually starting to chip away at their debt. Lisa's set to give birth soon, meaning she'll have to go on maternity leave, so Sawyer's going to have to work twice as hard in the meantime. That poor little girl. She deserves to have upstanding, responsible parents, so I really hope that Lisa and Sawyer will turn their lives around. As for me, after finishing up business in my hometown, I went right back to Hawaii. It felt good to be away from all the unneeded drama that Lisa dragged into my life.
Yo, Leia. So, did you get it yet?
Get it? What's it?
Our artistic masterpiece.
Your artistic masterpiece? Look, I'm not into playing guessing games, especially not with you, so just come right out and be more specific.
I'm talking about the wedding invitation I sent you. Millie and I worked together for ages in order to make the perfect wedding invitation. And this one is gonna go down in history as the best wedding invitation ever. We packed intricate details into every single nook and cranny, both front and back.
Oh, yeah, your wedding invitation. I got it yesterday.
Excellent news. So look, Leia, I know there's something of a history between us, but can you get past that and come to our wedding anyway? Can't you?
I RSVP'd no and already sent it back. I took it to the post office first thing this morning, actually. I'll bet you'll probably get it either tomorrow or the day after.
Wait, you're not gonna come? Really? But why?
Why? You want to know why I'm not gonna come? What I want to know is why you even invited me in the first place. However much you spent to send me that invitation, it was a complete waste of money.
Duh, this is our wedding, the happiest day of our lives. And we want to celebrate the moment that our love is made complete with as many people as possible. We want it to be fun, you know? The more the merrier.
Ah, I see. So, you invited your ex-girlfriend to your wedding because you thought I would make it fun.
Oh, come on. Why are you bringing that up? Sure, you're my ex, but that's all in the past.
Yeah, the ex part of ex-girlfriend means not anymore, so.
You and I go way back, Leia. And it's not just me either. You and my fiancée Millie were really good friends back in our school days. Both of us would really appreciate it if you can come to the wedding.
You know what? You're right. We do go way back. We had a lot of fun times together, didn't we? Like, let's see. Oh, you remember how you and I were dating, but then you cheated on me and we broke up? And Millie and I had our fair share of crazy adventures too. I'll never forget the time when you and I were dating and Millie knew that we were dating, but she still slept with you a bunch of times. Good times. Good times. And in case I didn't make it clear enough, no, I still have not forgiven either of you, and I never will. I would sooner peel my own face off with a potato peeler than go to your wedding. Leave me alone.
No way. Are you really still sore about that? We started dating in high school, Leia. Think about the good times. And Millie and you were practically inseparable in college. We're all a big part of each other's lives. Can't you just be happy for us? Let's be adults, let bygones be bygones, and just come together and have a good time.
We were adults when you cheated on me with Millie. It seems like the adult thing to do would be to break up with me first and then sleep with her. Why did you get the order wrong, Sean?
Well, it's kind of a long story, and it's complicated. Love is a funny thing. You never really know where it's gonna take you.
It's actually quite simple. Would you like me to explain? Here we go. Step 1, break up with me. Step 2, start sleeping with Millie. See, a simple 2-step process that, while still painful for me, would be much less painful than the path you chose.
Okay, point taken. But look at it from my perspective. I wasn't really serious about Millie at the start. It was all just fun and games with her. She and I both respected you enough to not let my relationship with her affect my relationship with you. So, we swore that we would only ever be friends with benefits, nothing more.
Yeah, well, it might not have been serious at the start, but it sure got serious, didn't it? And if the two of you actually respected me, you wouldn't have cheated on me in the first place. Keeping your relationship to just friends with benefits doesn't make it any better.
Right. So like I said, we have a bit of history, but that's all it is. History. It's all in the past. Today, we're inviting you to come to our wedding as a mutual friend. We want you to give a speech at the reception too. Oh, and you know the whole bouquet toss thing. Millie has been talking about how she wants to arrange things so that you're the one who catches her bouquet. Isn't that nice of her?
Get real, Sean. It's only all in the past for you and Millie. It's still very real to me. I'm not coming to your wedding, and I would sooner burn Millie's bouquet with a flamethrower than catch it. And I don't think you'd want me to tell all your guests the things that I have to say about you.
Okay. Then what about doing the toast? You'll stand up in front of the room, take the mic, say cheers, and then that's that.
I've already made myself clear, so there's no point in continuing this conversation. I will not go to your wedding. I never want to talk to you or Millie ever again, so I'm blocking your number now. I wish you and Millie all the happiness that you deserve. Goodbye. Oh my god, Leah! You cannot be serious! I just got your RSVP and you're not gonna come to the wedding? I designed the single cutest bouquet in the world for you! Do you really find that so hard to believe? You slept with my boyfriend and broke us up, and now you're inviting me to come to your wedding? It's okay, Leah. I understand if you still have feelings for him. I mean, it hasn't been all that long since you guys broke up. This isn't about me still having feelings for him, which I don't, by the way. Come on, Leah. You have to come to the wedding. If you don't, then my whole plan is gonna be ruined. Your plan? Yeah, my plan to wipe that smug, stuck-up smile off your fat, ugly face. What? I don't understand. You wouldn't understand, would you? But I'll never forget it. Back in school, I was way prettier than you. I dressed better than you, and I had a better hairstyle than you. I was just better. I even was a finalist in the university beauty pageant my senior year. And whenever we went to a club, I always had guys lining up at our table to buy me drinks. But even if they sat down to talk to me, they always ended up liking you more. Even all the guys that I actually liked, I tried to get them to ask me out, but they always just asked me to give them your number. That's pretty insane. I had no idea. But even though you had all those guys wanting to be your boyfriend, you already had a boyfriend, so you always turned them down. You remember Carter? I was obsessed with him. I was putting the moves on him for weeks trying to get him to ask me out. But then he walked right over to you and invited you to have a drink, and you said, "Sorry, I have a boyfriend." You said it in a really smug way, too. You were obviously trying to make me jealous. I don't even remember him, but I would never turn down a guy just to make you feel jealous. Liar! You are totally doing it to hurt me, and that's why I stole Sean from you. Your precious little high school sweetheart who you turned down dozens of guys for is mine. And wow, was it satisfying when I finally got him in bed with me. All that's left is for me to see the look on your face when we say our vows. Then my perfect revenge will finally be complete. You're joking, Millie. Is that really the reason you slept with him? Just to take him from me? I never thought of you as a friend. You didn't deserve to be my friend. You were nothing but a stepping stone. A stepping stone? What are you talking about? Do you want to know how I got my reputation for being the hottest girl on campus? I was always careful to make friends with girls who were a little bit uglier than me. Not too ugly, mind you. They still had to be cute, just not as cute as me. That way, whenever someone looked at my group of friends and saw all the hotties with me, they would always see me as the hottest of the hotties. So, all the times you invited me to hang out during college, even the way you would always make sure to take the same courses as me, that was also you could make yourself look better by comparison? We would walk to class together, eat lunch together, study together in the library, but that was just a convoluted scheme to boost your own ego? That's right! And let me tell you what, it was a roaring success! At least it should have been. No matter how much the boys all flirted with me, by the end of the night, they were more interested in you! Oh, and by the way, you're not the only one I'm inviting. I'm inviting all of our old college friends and all the boys who should have wanted me but chose you instead. I'm gonna make you and all of those losers regret what you did to me back in college. And what's gonna make it even sweeter is the fact that I'm getting married to your high school sweetheart while you're single and miserable.
I'm actually married, and we have a kid.
What? You're married? And you have a kid?
Let me guess. Now you're going to accuse me of lying to impress you, right?
Well, I mean, you are lying, obviously. What a pathetic fake story. Like, I can do math, you know. You only broke up with Sean 6 months ago. I might not have been good at biology, but I know you can't have a kid in just 6 months. You should have just kept your story to being married. Then I might have believed you. Like, for real, why would you go out of your way to add one detail that sinks your entire story?
It's very simple. He's not my biological child. He's a bit rambunctious, but he's an adorable 3-year-old boy. My husband's first wife died shortly after childbirth, so that makes me his second wife.
Oh my god, that makes it even funnier. You are telling me that you were so crushed by Sean breaking up with you for me that you went and married some old loser who already had a kid with another woman? I mean, most girls get a new hairstyle or outfit when they have a nasty breakup. What were you thinking? Like, were you even thinking at all?
I most certainly was. I was fully aware of what I was getting to when I decided to accept his proposal.
All because you were mad at us?
Get over yourself, Millie. It had nothing to do with you and Sean. I still haven't forgiven you, and I never will. But I have better things to do than dwell on your betrayal for the rest of my life. I've moved on. I'm only focused on my own happiness and the well-being of my family now.
Ha! You're happy with being a second wife and stepmother? I think the shock of losing Sean must have fried your brain. Oh, or was this just so you could say that you got married before we did? Now you can be like, ha, I got married first and had a kid first. What a stupid and shallow reason to marry a widower.
The only stupid and shallow person here is you. Your problem is that you think everyone else is as stupid and shallow as you are. Me marrying my husband had nothing to do with getting married or having kids before you.
Sure, I believe you. I don't know who this guy is that you married, but let me tell you something, sweetheart. No one who gets married to a widower becomes happy. No one. But hey, congratulations on willingly walking into life on hard mode. Enjoy drowning your sorrows in wine and antidepressants for the rest of your life.
Will do. I hope you enjoy living life as a shallow, miserable woman. Anyway, I know nothing I could say would make you believe me, but for the record, I'm perfectly happy with my life now.
Oh my god, Leah! I just saw your husband! I was on my way out of a meeting with the florist who's making my bouquet, and I saw you two walking out of a restaurant! But not just any restaurant, one of the fanciest in town!
You saw us?
Your husband can afford to take you there? That's insane! He must be super rich!
We're not hurting financially.
You're so lucky! Sean isn't rich. He's barely even upper middle class. Okay, so listen to this. Sean said he's only gonna buy me a $10,000 ring. Can you believe that? What an absolute cheapskate. He was all like, why don't we get a cheaper ring and spend the extra money on our honeymoon?
That actually sounds pretty reasonable to me.
I don't want reasonable. I want luxury. I want a fancy ring and a fancy honeymoon. Your husband must have bought you a super expensive ring, right?
He bought me a ring. That's all you need to know.
No, it's not. I want to know how much it cost. Send me a picture of it.
I wouldn't even tell my friends how much it was, and you're not my friend.
Come on, tell me how much. Even a ballpark estimate is fine.
I'm not telling you. All I'll say is it's a gold ring with a diamond.
This is so unfair. Where do you get all the good guys? I'll bet it cost at least $30,000.
I will not tell you how much he spent on it. You don't deserve to know.
Hey, you know what? I think I got a great idea.
That would be a first for you.
How about a trade?
Trade what? Wedding rings? No thanks.
No, silly. Not wedding rings. Let's trade husbands.
You want to trade husbands? I don't have time to play along with your stupid jokes, Millie.
It's not a joke. I'm serious. You can have Sean back, so give me your husband in exchange. Deal?
I thought he was a loser. Now you want him all of a sudden?
Yeah, that was before I saw him. He's actually kind of a hunk. Plus, he's got the kind of money to dine in fancy restaurants and buy expensive rings. As for the kid, well, I'll have to figure out how to take care of that. But I can tell that he'd give me a way higher standard of living than Sean. And you want to know what the best part of it is? I'll get to steal another man from you.
So, that's what it all comes down to. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not interested in any trade.
Shut up and give me your husband, you greedy brat! Don't you want your high school sweetheart back?
Nope, not in the slightest. Besides, you went to the trouble of stealing him from me. You're engaged, and your wedding is coming up pretty soon. I would recommend you not making any bad decisions that would jeopardize that.
I don't need advice from you!
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Leah, it's terrible! My wedding just got canceled! Sean already called the venue and told them it was off. We were supposed to get married tomorrow! I can't believe this is happening!
I can. You were cheating on him with multiple guys, and were planning on divorcing him a few years down the road anyway.
Wait a second.
Yep, you were planning on marrying Sean and living off his money while waiting for a richer guy to come along. You were already actively having an affair with multiple wealthier guys and figured that you'd be able to settle on one of them eventually. So, I can totally understand why he wouldn't want to marry you anymore.
How did you find out about that?
You mean about your affairs? Or that your boyfriends were all rich? Or that you were planning on breaking up with Sean eventually?
All of that! Why do you know about all of that?
Because my husband is Sean's lawyer.
Sean's lawyer? Sean is a lawyer?
Sean and his mom strolled into my husband's law firm the other day. He said his fiancée was acting suspiciously, and since the relationship began in an affair, he thought you were probably cheating on him too. Then he asked whether he could sue you for the cost of canceling the wedding if he found that you were being unfaithful.
No way! You're joking, right? Please tell me you're joking! This is all just a fake story you're telling me to scare me so you can get back at me for stealing Sean from you, right?
I totally understand why you would desperately hope for that to be the case, but I assure you, it's all the truth. My husband is a lawyer, and Sean hired him. I was absolutely blown away when I heard about it. Like, my ex-boyfriend waltzing into my husband's law firm? What are the odds?
This can't be happening. Your husband is a lawyer? That's why he could afford that fancy restaurant? Come on! This is total BS! Why do all the best guys always fall for you? They should be falling for me! I mean, for real now. You broke up with Sean, and not even 6 months later, you were already married to a big-shot lawyer? That's not fair!
Actually, I've known him for about 3 years now. We met each other through work.
Work? How do you meet a rich lawyer at work?
You remember that I used to work at a real estate agency, right? 3 years ago, he came to my agency looking for a place to build his law firm. All the agents played rock, paper, scissors to see who got to be his agent, and I won. After that, I testified as an expert witness for him in a few cases involving disputes over real estate. When I think about it, I think I met him right after his son was born.
You mean you were cheating on Sean with that guy for 3 whole years?
Why is that the first place your mind goes to? No, I was not having an affair with him. We were just professional acquaintances. I was still going out with Sean back then, and he had just lost his wife. So he was a new widower and a single father who had to balance taking care of his son with launching his own business. He wasn't in any sort of condition to be looking for his next romantic partner back then.
So it's all true? Your husband really is a rich lawyer? You really did end up with a better guy than me? And that guy really is Sean's lawyer? And Sean really is suing me?
I don't see why this is all a surprise to you. I was under the impression that you knew about all of this. Didn't Sean talk to you?
Well, yeah, but I was so shocked at the fact that he was breaking up with me that I couldn't even pay attention. And can you blame me? In one freaking day, the day before my wedding, I found out that my fiancé knew I was cheating on him, was breaking up with me, and suing me for a ton of money. My mind went totally blank. I was traumatized.
Yeah, I definitely understand that all of that would be a lot to take in. It's still all your fault, though.
How did he find out I was cheating?
Well, his biggest hint was the fact that he had already cheated on me with you. If you were willing to participate in one affair, it's only natural to assume that you'd be willing to do it again. So, he came to my husband's office to ask what his legal options were if it turned out you were cheating on him. My husband said that he could probably recover most of the costs for the wedding, so he hired a private detective to check you out.
Okay, hold on a second. You still need to explain why you know all of this. Isn't there something that says lawyers can't talk about their clients' cases with other people?
That's an easy one. I'm my husband's paralegal.
Paralegal? What's that?
To put it simply, I'm sort of like a lawyer's assistant. I'm not certified to be a lawyer, but I do have most of the knowledge that it takes to handle legal cases.
And what happened to your job at the real estate agency?
I quit once we got married and started working at his law firm as his paralegal, so there's no violation of attorney-client privilege going on here. I'm just as much Sean's lawyer as my husband is. Well, I guess I'm just his lawyer's assistant, but still, I know everything about the case that my husband does.
This is absolutely insane! I mean, you're actually on your cheating ex-boyfriend's side now?
I'm not on his side, I'm just doing my job. My husband's the one who took him on as a client, not me. And with that, I have officially reached the limit of what I've been granted permission to tell you by my husband and his client. I'd rather not fall afoul of conflict of interest laws, so I won't be speaking to you anymore after this.
Hold it right there! We're not done here yet! What's gonna happen to me now?
You're getting sued. Sean's demands are as follows. $80,000 in pain and suffering for the extent of your infidelity during your engagement, $32,000 to pay the cancellation fee for the wedding venue. In addition to the above, he seeks a notarized agreement that you will never attempt to contact him again. Oh, and he also wants you to compensate him for the costs of moving out of the apartment that the two of you are currently sharing.
But hold on, let me get out a calculator. Oh my god, that's over $100,000! I don't have that kind of money! Like $80,000 just for pain and suffering? He's gotta be out of his mind!
Whip your calculator back out, Millie. You were cheating on him with 8 men, right?
Oh, so that means... he wants $10,000 per guy?
That's what he's seeking anyway. What happens next is that you and Sean's lawyer, my husband, go into a series of negotiations to see if you can reach an agreement. And if not, then you'll be taken to court and the judge will decide.
Oh, that's just great. I'm gonna have to go to court?
That all depends on whether or not you can come to a settlement outside of court. Which, again, I'm pretty sure Sean already told you about all of that.
Hey, Leah, you and I are old friends, right? Do you think you could help me out here? If you're a lawyer's assistant, that means you're good with legal stuff, right? Can you, be my lawyer or something?
You never saw me as a friend. All I ever was to you was a stepping stone. Someone who you could stand next to and look better by comparison.
I didn't mean any of that. I was just angry and venting, that's all. I always loved you. We were besties back in college, weren't we?
I used to think so, yeah, but not anymore. You're nothing to me now, just somebody that I used to know.
Don't talk like that, please, Leah. You gotta help me.
Any more communications regarding my husband's client must be directed to my husband. I've said all that I'm of liberty to say, and now I'm going to block your number. I'm also erasing your name and number from my contacts list.
Wait, Leah, don't do this. I'm sorry about sleeping with Sean while you were dating. I'm sorry for saying that we weren't friends. So I'm begging you, Leah, please help me.
It's a shame you won't get to do the bouquet toss like you wanted. I thought it was a pretty ugly scene when I broke up with Sean over his affair. But our argument was nothing compared to the all-out, no-holds-barred World War III level shouting match that ended Sean and Millie's engagement. It became apparent that Millie had no means of paying the damages Sean was asking for, so he settled for an amount that was just enough to pass in court and also cause Millie as much financial pain as possible. They had invited a lot of people to their wedding, and as a result of this breakup, those people found out a lot of interesting things about the couple. Like the fact that their relationship started out as an affair, and Millie's rampant infidelity broke them up too. Needless to say, that didn't reflect very well on them, and they lost the trust of practically all of their friends and family. As for me, my husband and I are just as in love as we've always been. I've gotten to be very close to his son, which I'm sure was helped along by the fact that I've known him since he was a baby. And I've also got some good news. He has a little brother on the way.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.